What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bama Saltwater fishing episode. If this is your first time tuning the channel, as always, welcome. What's going on? If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, it'd be a great time to hit it right now. And if you already are, I really appreciate you. I'm gonna go fish on the state park pier. I have some live shrimp. I got a variety of baits as always, and my pier cart. And we're gonna go see what we can do. Big old rainstorm just came by. That's normal for this time of year in Alabama. So you just gotta let them pass by and get back out. That's enough talking. We're gonna go on the pier and go do some fishing. Look at the waves over the sandbar. Oh, wow. Those are rollers. You could literally surf those if you wanted to. This will be interesting. Well, at least all the grass is gone. The water's actually really pretty. Look at that rolling wave on that longshore sandbar there. I am gonna take some live shrimp on the Carolina rig and see what we can do out here. Hopefully I have enough weight. There's a pretty strong westward current there. And all I'm doing is throwing a Carolina rig. It's just a bottom fishing rig. This is a size 4 owner Mutu-Light circle hook, 15-pound Zuri fluorocarbon, a small barrel swivel, and a 3/4 ounce egg sinker. We'll adjust the weight depending on how bad the current is, but I do want it to roll a little bit. Let it roll into those pockets and holes. That's where a lot of the fish are gonna be sitting. And the setup I'm throwing this on is a Staal VR50, 20-pound Zuri super braid, and then a 7-foot medium heavy St. Croix Avid Inshore rod. I'm gonna take me a live shrimp. All right, we're gonna drop the shrimp down, but first, if you're a real pier rat and you've been on this pier a long time, you may have fished beside or known Mr. Harley Rogers. He fished on this pier practically every single day. It is awesome that they made a plaque in his honor. But we're gonna drop the shrimp down and see what we can do here. There's a bite. Something's nibbling on it. It's just nibbling on it. Probably a little hardtail or something. Put on new shrimp and drop it back down. Alabama state law enforcement helicopter. You don't want that helicopter on your tail or wanting to search for you, because they'll find you. I've got something, it might be a flounder, so I'm gonna wait about 10 seconds. With flounder and you're using live bait, you want to give it a chance to eat that bait. And set the hook. See, there's a fish right there. Told you, that might be a flounder. That's a good one. It's a good, oh yeah, that's a good flounder. Come on. Heck yeah. All right, got a beautiful Gulf flounder here. There's two different types that we can catch here. The Southern and then Gulf. This one's a Gulf flounder, light color on them. And like I said, you give that bait about 10 seconds after you get that first hit. It'll be like a hit, then it'll feel like you're stuck on the bottom. Give it about 10 seconds and that circle hook will be perfectly in the corner of their mouth. We're gonna measure him. They gotta be 14 inches in the state of Alabama. I don't know if he's gonna keep or not, but we will see. It is not a keeper, it's 13 inches, so we gotta toss it back. There you go, buddy. And he's right back down the bottom. Caught that nice flounder. It wasn't a keeper, but that was a pretty cool flounder. They live on the bottom, and what I was saying is when you get that bite, majority of the time you'll know it's a flounder because it'll be a peck and then it'll just stop. And then you'll lift your rod up a little bit and it'll feel like you're stuck on the bottom. So what you do if you're using natural bait is count to about 10 seconds in your head. And then you saw, I went and put pressure on it and got that fish up and landed it. And that circle hook was perfectly in the corner of that flounder's mouth. So what they do is they come up off, they're sitting on the bottom like that. They come up top, grab your bait, and go sit back on the bottom and just mouth it. It just gives a little bit of time for them fish to actually eat that bait, and then most of the time you'll hook them. So it wasn't a keeper, but we're gonna see if we can find one. I'm gonna grab another shrimp and see if we can find a keeper. And that's where a braid comes in handy, such as this Zuri super braid. That's all I use. You're able to feel everything that's happening to your bait because there's no stretch in braid like there is in monofilament. If you were to spool up with all fluorocarbon, you have a lot of line memory. Braid has 0 memory in it, so you have a lot smoother and more distance cast. Oh, there's a bite. Let's see what it is. Oh dang. What the heck do I have? I got something good. Listen to that drag. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's gonna take me that way. See what you are. Be a nice red. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I don't like what direction you're heading at all. Yeah, it might be a stingray. That feels like it might be a stingray. Yeah, maybe. Or a redfish. But the way it's just doing that feels like kind of like a stingray. Come on. Come on. I think it's a decent sized stingray. Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, it's a big stingray. I don't know if you can see it out there. Probably can't, but it's a stingray. There it is. Big old southern stingray. I don't want to bring them up. I'm not using a stainless steel hook, so it'll rust out. It's a pretty big one, isn't it?
That's so cute. That's awesome.
There he goes. Look at that shark below him.
Is there a shark?
Yeah, look.
Oh my gosh, Jesus! No way! Holy crap!
National Geographic out here, right?
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's white. Oh, look at the shark. See if he'll pop off. There we go.
Awesome.
And he's gone.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? I didn't expect the shark to come up from under him. I just hooked that pretty big southern stingray on my shrimp. I kind of had a feeling when you have something pulls real hard at the beginning, then goes sits on the bottom and you can barely pull it, and it's just a bunch of weight, it's usually a stingray. So I'm not using a stainless steel hook, so I was able to pop that off and it'll just rust out of that fish. No harm done. And luckily that ray is able to swim and get bigger. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but there's about a 6-foot shark right underneath that stingray when I brought it to the pier. So like I said, I don't know what the camera's picked up and what it has, but that was pretty freaking cool. Let's see if we can hook something that's not a stingray. Since I popped that off, I got to retie. This time I'm going to use one of these ghost leader rigs. This is made by Owner. It's an Owner Mutu-Light circle hook, and it's an already tied up Carolina rig. All you have to do is get the weight and tie one knot to connect it all together. And all you do is pull it out. There's a swivel right here, and it's really easy. Just pull it out in one motion, and now you have a pre-tied Carolina rig, swivel, 15-pound fluorocarbon, and then the same size hook I was using. It's a size 4 Owner Mutu-Light circle hook. Really easy setup. You don't have to do much time. I'm gonna put another shrimp on. That was interesting. There's the banner plane. And I'm getting a bite. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, got it. Ah, just took me behind the piling, broke off. Dang it. Dang, that was a good fish. Just broke me off on that piling. So I'm gonna continue to use that same leader because it gets more bites than using a really heavy leader. Try that again. Dang. That was a good fish, but that's what happens when you're fishing around structure. I want to stay with my 15-pound leader because you get a lot more bites in this cleaner water. Your bait looks a lot more natural. If you start going to a super heavy leader, yeah, you may be able to put a little more pressure on them, but you get far less bites. Oh, there it is. All right, I finally got it. Dang. Something decent size too. Let's see what you are. Oh, hey. Hey. That's what I want. Did not expect that, but hey, that's awesome. I should have known. He might be a keeper. That is a beautiful mangrove snapper. Look at that. They have to be 12 inches long in the state of Alabama. So let's see if he's a keeper. He is not at 12, so I got to throw it back. There you go, buddy. Just caught that nice mangrove. It wasn't a keeper. It was about a ½ inch short, so it's got to go back. I don't make the rules, but it is what it is. Since this is Alabama state waters, I know there's a lot of confusion between Florida and Alabama. They have to be 12 inches total length in Alabama waters, but maybe we can get us a keeper, so we'll keep on trying. I just retied because my leader was a little frayed up after that fish, but these fish are very structure oriented, so if you're not going through leaders or getting frayed up every now and then, you're not fishing close enough to that structure. Jumping on my pier cart, you. You crazy thing. Man. There's something. Let's see what you are. Got some good weight to it. What is that? Oh, hey. That's a nice red. Alright, let's see if I can bring it up. Oh, yeah. Beautiful redfish. Look at that. Look how light colored he is. Again, with the way they live out in the Gulf, they're a lot lighter color than I catch them back in the bays. Beautiful fish though. So I actually don't want to keep fish today. Since he swallowed that hook, I'm going to cut the line right out his mouth and let that hook rust out. He would be a keeper, but I'm going to toss him back. Beautiful fish. There you go, buddy. Coast Guard flying back to Mobile. That's cool. I'm not keeping fish. I catch a crap ton of fish nearly every day, and I do practice a lot of conservation as well. So I release that fish. I'm not keeping it. I don't plan on eating it today, and I don't feel like throwing it in the freezer because I have plenty of fish in the freezer. So he would have been legal. He measured out to be 17 inches. In Alabama, they have to be 16 minimum to a 26 maximum. You're allowed 1 oversized and 3 per person. He did swallow that hook, so instead of reaching down and trying to get that hook out of its guts and killing it, you cut as close as you can to their mouth, and then that hook will rust out and that fish has a higher chance of surviving. But I'm gonna keep on fishing after I retie. I've got to retie, but I just want to say I love these boxes, and I'm not sponsored by Plano or anything, but I love these Plano boxes. They're the Plano Edge. They are kind of pricey, but I've switched all my tackle over, all my lures and everything, to all the Plano Edge boxes because they have a little water wick system in them that kind of absorbs some of the humidity. And if you notice, my hooks are nice and organized, and swivels aren't moving over into the hook, and the smaller hooks aren't moving over into the bigger hooks. It keeps your tackle really nice and organized, and they stack really good too. So like I said, they're kind of pricey, but I like to pass things on that I think are pretty cool and work well for me. So these are the Plano Edge boxes. I'll include them down in the description below if you want to pick you up some, or if you want to try one. But I got it on a live shrimp here, and I'm going to drop it back down and see what we can find. Oh, there we go. Got him. Got it. Let's see what it is. Come on. Come on. Oh, another nice redfish. Beautiful red. Look at the spots on him. Look at the spots on that redfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and almost another one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 spots. I'm gonna say 14 by all these combined. 13. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like the number 13. But look where that circle hook is. Perfectly in the corner of his mouth. Beautiful fish though. Look at them spots. There you go. All right, Mom decided to come out after I catch all the fish. So now we're gonna see.
Is there any fish left?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I let them all go, so technically, yeah, they're all back. They're all still down there. Just show you, I have 2 different kinds of shrimp here. One's a brown shrimp and one's a white shrimp.
Whoa,
all righty, Mom's got one.
Pretty.
Hey, little spade fish.
Oh, you're so pretty.
Look at that.
That is pretty.
That is a spade fish. They're actually pretty good to eat like that, but we're probably gonna toss them back. So there's no limit on them. Huh? But that's a spade fish. They love pieces of shrimp. Alrighty, Mom is hooked on something nice. What you got? You gonna need a net? Oh, flounder.
You have a net?
Yeah, I got a net. You can winch it up, bring it up, bring it up, and then flip it towards me. Boom. Not gonna be a keeper, but pretty fish. Here we got Mom with the beautiful flounder. It's not gonna keep. It's at 12, 13 inches mark still, just like the other one. But awesome looking fish. There's his teeth, and it's got both eyes on the same side of its head. You're gonna kiss the fish.
Yeah, let's get him back in.
All right, let's get him back in. Let you get bigger. He jumped. You see that? That was cool. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, I'm trying to use up all my shrimp so I don't have to take any home. Oh, there's a good fish. And I think I just choked it. I think it just took my bait. Oh, no, I still got it. Oh, good one. Got a good something. I got something. It's not giant, but it's a decent. Hey, another redfish. He ain't a keeper, but I've already caught 3 redfish. Heck yeah. Check out the 2 dots on his tail. He's not a keeper. He's a little rat red is what I call him. But look where that circle hook is. Right in the corner of its mouth where you want it to be. But I'm going to get him back in the water. That's my 3rd redfish today. Pretty cool. Let him go. Let him grow. Here you go, buddy. And he gone. Cool. 3rd redfish today. That's awesome. I'm gonna get another shrimp on. Like I said, I'm trying to use up those shrimp so I don't have to take them back home with me. So just got a few left between me and Mom, and we're gonna try to see what else we can get maybe. I'm gonna keep on using these shrimp here until I run out, then I'm gonna head home. Hey, Mom's got a big one, a big piling. Did you get it undone?
I haven't even got a piling.
Hey, that bow trick worked though, didn't it?
Yeah, did you just see that?
Yeah.
You caught me doing that, didn't you?
We had 3 shrimp left. Mom got one, I got one, and I tossed one over just for good luck. Let's see if we can get something, and then I'm gonna head out. It's been a good, successful day. Last shrimp was not good luck. Hey, but I'm not going to complain about a good day of fishing. That was actually a really great day of fishing. Definitely blew through some shrimp, but it was well worth it. A lot of those fish couldn't keep. They weren't the right size limit, but it's still fun to catch nevertheless. But the biggest thing is when you come fishing, you want to know your rules and regulations for the state waters that you're fishing in. So, but everything I caught was on the Staal VR50 with the 20-pound Zuri Super Braid on a 7-foot medium heavy St. Croix Avid Inshore rod. And I was throwing it on the Carolina rig. Really simple setup. You can use that practically anywhere. But I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed already, this would be a great time to go hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed and kept up with my channel so far. If you haven't already, check out my social media pages. I got a TikTok, it's Bama_Saltwater. Got Facebook and Instagram, pretty easy to find. If you enjoyed this video as well, hit that like button down below. The State Park Pier is the cheapest way in Alabama to catch the biggest variety of fish without a boat, and that is an awesome feat. And you don't have to get wet or sandy pretty much, unless it rains, obviously. And I've been fishing this pier for many years. Unfortunately, it's not whole as it used to be, but it's still open and you can still catch plenty of fish as you've seen in my videos. But I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next episode. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later.